It's your
Good
turn
morning,
again.
you guys. This is Al. This is my friend Al Golub. Old Al. Al, people get into photojournalism because they want to be rich and famous, right? Rich and famous.
No, I used to interview my interns and say, why do you want to be poor? It's not a money business. Never made a lot of money, but the kicks are high.
Yeah, they are.
In the moments.
So what I wanted to do, if it's okay with you, I thought we'd break things down in your career over the different things that you've done.
Yeah.
First, I want to start off with fire, because your firework, I'm telling you, I have never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. Were there times where you were out there that you thought, okay, this is it, this fire's coming in and I'm done?
Well, I've seen things that have scared me, but because I followed the instructions of other people, because you can't go out by yourself. I would tell people, I'm a photographer. I may get in over my candle. So if you think it's getting a little spooky, you tell me to get the hell out of here. And that's the way I played it, because you can be so involved with what you shoot that you just forget what's going on, and the next thing you know, the fire's running up your butt.
This first photograph that we're showing right here, I imagine this is what hell is going to be like. Like this is the image that it is.
Sort of after hell. That's when the fire blew across the road, and that was about 10 minutes after it had blown through, and it was just glowing. It kind of, and I've been through a lot of passages like that. The whole Gulch fire was a good one that I had, and it kind of looked like a cannon ball, just blew through and everything scorched. Like from a cartoon.
Some of these pictures where you have the firefighters in the foreground and the fire in the back, how did you pull that off? Because you're dealing with a lot of different stuff right there.
That's kind of part of journalism is getting your background to relate to your images and positioning yourself. It helps to be quick of foot. You bet. And then when it's like at night in some of these, you have to be quick at foot, or you have to wait until the right moment happens. But because your safety is important, you can't dance around on twigs.
It's all going so fast. It's going so fast. When you're taking those pictures, like you just mentioned that you're in the moment and all these things are happening around it, do you realize what you've got when you're doing it?
You bet. You better. The only thing that happens is that you get in, you get gun up, and you're pointed, and things are happening. They're folded on and happening right in front of your lens, and you're, firing away and everything. And then when it disappears from your image, because it's over, and you go, "Did I get it?" And that's but you got it. You got it. And you look later. It's the same thing like in football pictures or anything.
Speaking of which, next hour we're talking about your NFL days, because you have shot some incredible photos.
41 years of the Niners.
Oh yeah. We're going to show you some of those coming up.
And Raiders.
Yeah, we're going to show you those coming up. I mean, they are spectacular. Back to you guys.
Yeah, those photos are amazing.
Fascinating.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so this morning we're hearing all about this legendary photographer's amazing career.
That's right. We checked back in with Cody. How you doing, Cody?
Doing great. I'm telling you, I'm getting a master class in journalism right here with Al. We've been talking all morning. I want to talk about football.
I love it.
I love football. You love football.
Yeah,
you played football. I played football.
I played football, and it's why I became a photographer, because they threw the ball at me, and two guys hit me. And next thing I know, my parents didn't want me to play football anymore, and so I became a photographer.
You're a photographer. That's great. That's a good decision. This first picture that we're going to show.
Okay.
This is Bo Jackson about to get hit by Romanowski. This photo to me is everything.
Yes, well, you have an emotional contact with it. I loved Bo. He was a real gentleman and a great guy, and Romanowski was just the opposite.
He was a monster.
He was something else. In fact, I have him in when he was with the Raiders, and he went to the Super Bowl that year, and he was really a tough guy.
Man, my goodness.
He used to hit his own players.
Next photo we got here is a crunch shot.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you got this accident here?
It just sort of happened. Another photographer got it and got an award for the picture, and I just never turned it in because by that time I wasn't interested in awards. I just was happy I got the picture. But it is kind of an unusual form, and it shows pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure he had to go into the hot tub after that one.
I got a feeling he's still feeling that. He's still feeling that one.
Well, all football players.
Pretzel.
Okay.
The third picture, this black and white one right here.
Yeah.
The eyes, it's
Yeah.
incredible.
Craig was something else. I have a lot of pictures with him in it. I call googly eyes. One of the favorite shots I have of him, it is him jumping over the pack. He was one of these guys when they would get to a goal stand that he would come running up on the pack and he'd come flying over, and with his googly eyes. But this particular picture I really liked because it showed what intense look he gives, you know. And of course it was an easy out for a photographer wanting to show the faces.
What athlete that you took a picture of would you say was the greatest athlete, or what was the one that you were like, I can't believe I got to meet this person?
I never really mingled. I'm the opposite of wanting to be star-like. Today, everybody gets a selfie with somebody, but I kept my distance because I'm a news taker, not a news maker. Right. So I never really got involved. I mean, I knew a couple players, kind of, but no, to really be a journalist, you have to be quiet and out of the way and not participate.
And
really.
that's why I failed at journalism. Okay, we got to pause again. Okay. But next hour we're going to talk about news pictures. Okay. Some of your favorite famous news pictures. That's all coming up. Back to you guys.
Yeah, he said quiet and out of the way. I'm not entirely sure any of us are quiet.
Right?
All right, Cody.
By the way,
Awesome
Bo
photos.
Jackson, the man.
Yeah.
Bo knows.
Bo knows.
We talked about fires. We talked about your work shooting NFL football games. Now I want to talk about your news stuff because that was your bread and butter. This is what you did.
Yeah, that is actually my career, was photojournalism.
First picture I want to talk about is Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. It's a lovely picture. It shows the emotion I was feeling and he was feeling at the time. Yeah, in 71, there was a lot of anti-war operation going on, and he had just lost his license and he was going to get it back again for boxing. He meant a lot to me because we were approximately the same age, and my dad loved boxing, and my dad was a boxer when he was young, and I just admired him as a boxer. It was unbelievable. And then when we went into the ready room, he was just a kid from Louisville, the same age I was, and it was a wonderful, emotional thing.
Yeah.
I have one little story about him that's kind of interesting. So he was in a receiving line with the owner of the SOS, Sportsmen's of Stanislaus Club, and he was meeting all these people. And so Julio Gallo of E&J comes up, and he wants to start up a conversation, Julio does. And so he said something like, could you explain the Muslim religion to me? And of course, I could see eyeballs going sideways with poor Ali. And he had such a quick comeback. He says, don't my people drink a lot of your product or wine or whatever? And then, went on to the next person.
On to the next person. Okay, we have to skip ahead.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Bobby Kennedy, because that was the one photo that you still are mad about. He was with some kids in the Delta, and you never got to take the picture.
Well, I was unhappy with the editor because the editor, the Valley editor, didn't think that, because they knew about this photo op, as it were, where he was going to be with these kids on the Delta, and it was a a meeting about poverty, and then there were kids that were in apparently poverty at the Delta. And so when I show up at the actual meeting, the Senate meeting, the photographers that were there, they're going, "Hey, you should have got the picture when he was down at the thing with the kids," and one-upping me some big time.
Still bothers you, doesn't it? It still
Well,
bothers you a little bit.
I'm a pretty good one-upper.
You got some good pictures of Bobby though. Finally, this picture of Ansel Mountain. Adams.
Mount Ansel Adams.
Mount Ansel Adams. You actually went with his family, right?
Yes, in this particular picture was when they placed Ansel's ashes on the mountain, and I call that picture Mosquito Junction, because we were there in one part of July when the mosquitoes were going woo 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 woo. But that's another story. But basically, I've been following Ansel Adams since he. The ghost of Ansel Adams, since he died, because an editor had called me up and says, "Do you have a picture of Mount Ansel Adams?" And I go, "Huh?" Because I didn't know they had named it. And so I ended up taking a group of my friends, and we all backpacked up over 22 miles over two 9,000-foot ridges to the Lyell Fork of the Merced River, where this is taken, and took pictures of Mount Ansel Adams.
It's a beautiful picture. Thank you so much for sharing these stories with me, brother. Thank you so much. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much. All right, look, he really makes me want to go on a retreat.
I know.
That
Right.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful
amazing.
picture.